Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. Welcome to our troubleshooting guide for DTC P2252, which pertains to the air fuel sensor, specifically sensor 1, regarding a circuit low voltage issue. The Honda Civic models from 2011 to 2015 are equipped with this sensor to monitor and provide feedback on the air-fuel mixture entering the engine, ensuring optimal combustion and emissions. This diagnostic trouble code indicates that the AF sensor's output voltage is too low, which can hinder engine performance and increase emissions. Before we begin troubleshooting, it's essential to take note of any freeze data and snapshot information that could assist in diagnostics. The relevant components that will be checked include the AF sensor itself, the engine control module, ECM, and various connectors and wiring that may be the source of the issue. Understanding the roles these components play is crucial for effective troubleshooting. DTC P2252 refers to a low voltage issue with the AF sensor circuit, specifically sensor 1, in the Honda Civic 2011 to 2015. The AF sensor plays a vital role by monitoring the air-fuel mixture before it enters the engine and before the catalytic converter. This sensor helps the engine control module, ECM, adjust the fuel injector timing for efficient combustion and emission control. Proper functioning of the AF sensor is essential for maintaining engine performance and controlling exhaust emissions, making it a critical component in modern vehicles. The sensor is typically located upstream of the catalytic converter in the exhaust system. A failure in this area can lead to poor engine performance, reduced fuel efficiency, and increased emissions, which is why addressing the low voltage issue is integral. Several factors can contribute to the occurrence of DTC P2252. First, there may be a short in the wiring associated with the AF sensor that leads to low voltage readings. This can occur due to wear, corrosion, or physical damage to the wiring itself. Second, the AF sensor could be faulty and unable to send proper voltage signals to the ECM. Testing the sensor is paramount to ensure it's working as intended. Lastly, sometimes the ECM may not have the latest software updates, which can also lead to incorrect data being processed. Thus, checking for updates is an important step in the troubleshooting process. Identifying the exact cause is key to resolving the issue effectively. When DTC P2252 is present, several symptoms may become evident. Typically, the check engine light, CEL, will illuminate, prompting the driver to investigate the cause. In addition to the CEL, the vehicle may experience poor engine performance, manifesting as rough idling or hesitation during acceleration due to an improper air-fuel mixture. This can also lead to reduced fuel efficiency, as the engine struggles to maintain optimal combustion. Moreover, elevated emissions can be a consequence of the faulty AF sensor, which may lead to compliance issues with emissions testing. Understanding these symptoms helps in not only identifying, but also prioritizing the urgency of addressing the DTC. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P2252 involves problem verification. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the on position, the second position. This powers the vehicle's electronic systems without starting the engine. Next, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, clear any set diagnostic trouble codes from the memory. This allows you to start fresh and obtain accurate diagnostics moving forward. After clearing the codes, start the engine and hold the engine speed at 3,000 RPM without any load. This means the vehicle should be in neutral. Maintain this RPM until the radiator fan activates, showcasing that the vehicle's cooling system is operational. Finally, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS once more. If DTC P2252 is present again, then the issue has been successfully duplicated. and it is time to move on to the next troubleshooting step. In the second troubleshooting step, start with turning the ignition switch to the lock position, 0. This ensures that all electronic systems are powered down and safe to work on. Next, jump the SCS line using the HDS, which prepares the system for proper testing. Afterward, disconnect the AF sensor, sensor 1, 4P connector, and the ECM connector C, 49P, to isolate the components in question. It's critical to check for continuity in the AFS wire between the AF sensor connector and the ECM connector. Using a multimeter, confirm that continuity exists between test point 1, ECM connector C, 49P number 40 marked in red, and test point 2, which is the body ground. If continuity is present, then it indicates a potential short in the AFS wire requiring repair. If there's no continuity, the wiring is considered fine, and the diagnostics can progress to the next steps. The third step in the troubleshooting process involves checking the AFS sensor, sensor 1 itself, by substitution. Begin by replacing the original sensor with a known good unit to determine if it's functioning correctly. After substituting the sensor, reconnect all the previously disconnected connectors to ensure that the system can operate as designed. Turn the ignition switch back to the on position, 2, without starting the engine. Next, you'll need to reset the ECM using the HDS, which places the module in a state ready to learn the characteristics of the new sensor. Performing the ECM idle learn procedure is crucial, as it allows the engine control module to adapt to the new sensor readings. Finally, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs once again using the HDS. If DTC P2252 remains present, it implies that the AFS sensor is not at fault, and further diagnostics on the ECM must be conducted. After completing the necessary repairs, it is vital to perform final verification to ensure the issue has been fully resolved. First, turn the ignition switch to the lock position, 0, to reset the system. Proceed to reconnect all connectors that were previously disconnected during the troubleshooting steps to restore the vehicle to its original state. Once everything is connected, turn the ignition back to the on position. Second, it is essential to reset the ECM one more time using HDS to ensure it is capturing the latest data from the sensors. The last step is to monitor the OBD status for DTC P2252 in the DTCs menu with the HDS. Observing whether the status indicates passed, failed, or not completed will guide the next steps. If passed is indicated, then the troubleshooting is complete. If failed, however, return to the initial steps for further diagnostics. Preventive maintenance is essential in avoiding future occurrences of DTC P2252. Regularly checking the wiring associated with the AF sensor can prevent shorts or damage resulting from environmental factors. Preventative measures also include ensuring that the ECM software is kept up to date. Manufacturers often release software updates that can enhance the performance of the vehicle systems. Additionally, proactively replacing aging sensors, especially the AF sensor, can circumvent complications that arise from wear and tear. Preventive practices are an investment in the longevity and performance of your vehicle, ensuring that issues like DTC P2252 are less likely to occur in the future. In conclusion, DTC P2252 indicates a low voltage condition affecting the AF sensor circuit in the Honda Civic 2011 to 2015 models. Key components involved in this diagnosis include the AF sensor and the ECM, along with their associated wiring and connectors. The troubleshooting process is methodical, emphasizing verification, testing, and potential substitution of components to pinpoint the exact issue. Following the clear steps outlined in this guide will aid in effective resolution and ensure that your vehicle operates optimally. Additionally, embracing preventive maintenance practices can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering DTC P2252 or similar issues in the future. Thank you for navigating this troubleshooting journey. Your diligence ensures better performance and longevity of your Honda Civic. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.